you?
That's... Oh, that is... So that's... Yeah, all right.
Boundaries. Respect them.
We don't need you here. Now, kids! Criminal! Get off! Oh, yeah, no!
My predictive subroutines detect an imminent threat in this area. Stick around. Your services may be needed.
Together we can take London back. Be vigilant. You're in my personal space. Don't be.
Spy on someone else! Pesky robot.
I see. Huh? What is going on? Don't mind me.
Jesus Christ! You shouldn't have that.
Got a pint for whoever finds them.
Control.
No.
We're still on the suspect.
Drone into search protocol.
No, thank you.
Where's our suspect? Over.
Shit. I'll check in with Central.
Proceed.
All units, possible
Watching the
suspect
suspect.
or suspects reported near your location.
Control, we are
This
pursuing the
is London
target.
Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced
Control,
country,
I've lost the target.
and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food
Search
turn
units
out to be
disengaged.
just another lie.
This search is pointless.
Today we're short of
Auto
basic
drive
food
is not
and
available.
vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan King
Auto
are
drive
going
is not available.
and Prime Minister Deb Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identity.
Control, add suspect to
Here's
the
veteran
most
political
wanted list.
reporter Ian
Over.
on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? Like, the first stuff that stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life was instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there were some efforts to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was simply nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drugs for schizophrenia. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attacks that you saw in the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply couldn't be stockpiled. We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't produced in the UK. And the trouble with the UK was we don't produce our own food. We never have. For hundreds of years, we produced under half of our own food. So as soon as those wars went up, we started having significant material problems in the country. I mean, Britain always told itself it had this national myth, right? That it was because it got through the war, that it could go through any kind of hardship. I mean, that wasn't really the case. Actually, people during the war were far more frightened than some of this historical stuff makes out. Now, what did we see? People don't want to go through that stuff. They were desperate for the things that they had before, and they were scared. So they went to the black market. The same thing that always happens. And where did the growth of Clan Kelly come from? It came from people wanting the things that they could previously get legitimately and could now only get through the black market.
Auto-drive is not
towards
available.
criminality. And from there, we got to the situation we have now of this basic war between criminals and security that seems to dominate what's going on out there on the streets.
Nothing shakes people's faith in capitalism quite as much as when capitalism fails to deliver. Here's underground writer and analyst Alfie, The Politics of Poverty.
I think what we've come to now is a realization that capitalism has essentially failed. I mean, the one key promise of capitalism that it makes to its citizens is that there will be surplus, that we will have plenty, and that's the whole logic for running society in this way, that people will have enough. And now, with this kind of huge shortages of everything, you're seeing that system collapse. It hasn't delivered on its primary promise. And I think we've really reached the situation where we have to do away with capitalism entirely. We're seeing a situation where there's shortages for the many, but for a few individuals, there's an elite who are not struggling and short of anything. So this is kind of fundamental inequality of a capitalist system, which is no longer producing the goods for most of us. Shortages are being used as well. I'm not saying that there isn't a real shortage. There possibly is real shortages, but shortages are being used as an excuse for those in power, those elites, to keep what they want and not give to the rest of us what we need. So the excuse that there's simply not enough to go around is the justification for maintaining a kind of power of the 1% and leaving the rest of us short.
So if you're starving hungry tonight, if your parents can't get their medicine and your brothers and sisters have to steal to eat, remember, it's all for the good of Albion, or Clan Kelly, or someone, just not us. But that's going to change. You've been listening to Buccaneer with me, Tash. Keep spreading the word and keep sharing the podcast. There's enough of everything out there for all of us. We just need the guts to take it back.
From the Buccaneer, this is The Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is The Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times. It's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went. Probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know. I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts, Alice. I mean, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
Well, they certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway, Albion, because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask, exactly what does the Prime Minister make of all this? Let's ask him. Oh, I hope they pick up. Hello, you're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have a chat with them then.
Oh, Andy, remember when you could get away with prank calls without people coming around to your house to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, happy times.
You're listening to The Bug.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become, Alice? When you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliaments. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents, unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? Oh, I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the Bug this week, a new feature. The Bug Off feature. The person who has most irritated us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel. Nigel Cass. Look, this is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess, historically, there is a precedent. The East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Bug PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its 250,000 strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind. Anyone to nominate for the Bug Off, Alice?
I think today's Bug Off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in a corner and cry.
That's it from the Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
It was a banner year for what many may think an unlikely type of crime. Namely, non-violent crimes committed by people over the age of 75. Impoverished elderly are turning to crime in the hopes of gaining free room and board. Join GBB as we look into the last resort of elder care, prison.
The Bug, nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain.
Yum, yum.
Hello, Bugs. This is The Bug. I'm Andy. This is Alice, and today we're going to be pretending that everything is fine. Yeah, and back. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? That was as long as I could manage. A second and a half. A reality time now, however. And, well, finally, today, we're going to road test the latest update to the CSA app, the government app that has brought the great British tradition of snitching on people you don't like back to the very heart of public life, the school playground. I'm going to tell a new threat that's got a whole new lease of life these days, thanks to CSA. And isn't Britain all the more fun because of it? No more grumbling about your neighbours playing their music too loud. Just simply report them to the state and have them, shall we say, involuntarily rehoused at Hotel Cass, the chain of hotels that was formerly known as the prison service. What was the slogan? Is it, if you see something, say something, or if you think you might at some point see something, say something, or if you haven't seen anything but don't like someone, say something anyway. So, well, let's have a look at this new app. Alice. I'm sure you've got it on your phone. I mean, at first glance, well, the interface is lovely. It's so neatly designed. A simple button to snitch on someone. That's so much better than non-government informer apps like Stool-Easy, Canary, or Narcshark. I mean, look, I just need to geocache where the person I'm ratting on currently is. Let's call her, for the sake of argument, Alice.
Sorry, Andy, I was busy reporting you to the authorities for rolling your eyes when passing a Nigel Cass propaganda poster.
Could you not let me report you first, please? Let's have some decorum about this. I'll just take a quick little photo so they can get a drone to pick you out of a crowd at your next riot or trip to the shops or walk in the woods. And you can input your accusations with the app. Well, let's go old school. Let's call the phone line. Let's call the phone line. Here's the number, listeners, in case you want to dob someone in, as long as it's not me. 0044.
Well?
Good to see you.
Hello.
Okay.
Failure to comply will result in...
Please, not me. Shit. Where did they go? Hope you're ready. I need cover. There's nowhere to run. They're hurt.
bloody fantastic. We can do this easy, or way less easy.
Cover! Call the paramedics!
Oh.
Now!
I'm putting a stop to this! What is that?
Watch out!
Grenade released! Dispatch, send me reinforcements!
Finding cover! Enough! Ready to fire! The sooner you give up, the more I can help you. Shot fired! I'm taking fire!
Transfer complete.
What's happening? Piece of shit!
I'm
Heading to last man position.
I know I saw him somewhere around here. Oh fuck, oh fuck!
Moving in.
Transfer complete.
We're definitely around here.
What's taking them so bloody long?
Transfer complete.
That was the last place I saw them. Right, I'm taking a look.
Transfer complete. Albion's arrangement with Clan Kelly is now public, and I've located the vigilante. Wherever this chap is, Albion must want him locked up for good. Albion has put an electronic nerve agent release in his restraints. If you try to take it off or move him before it's disabled, the nerve agent is released and poof, dead vigilante.
Fucking hell.
It resets quickly too, so if you want to free him, you have to hack the detonator control at the same time you undo the restraints.
Suspected hit!
Crates of stolen documents, servers overflowing with...
Yes, we get it. Red Blade bad. Point is, I've traced their location here, giving you the opportunity to bust up an extensive extortion racket.
Sounds like fun.
No room for error here.
I thought you'd just smash it to bits, but you smashed the bits to bits. Target destroyed.
Live alarm. Location sent. Need a 1013. All right, let's go. Going to investigate.
I thought you'd just smash it to bits, but you smashed the bits to bits.
This way. Don't see anyone. I'll go over there.
Seems the Red Blade have noticed your attempts to disarm them, and they're panicking. Rather than letting you ruin the remaining material, they're dumping it all online. And there's everything from reactor codes to medical records in here, so unless you want to read about your grand's gonorrhea on the DVB, you might want to intervene.
You hear something? That does it. Now shoot! This area is restricted. Hit the suspect. Okay.
Need some cover. What the hell?
blow things up, I got to shred some files. Everybody's happy. Except the Red Blade, of course, who are now intent on killing you and ruining the lives of everyone you love.
Who's that? Deploy! Let's finish this! Need some extra people here!
And that's that. Nicely done. The Red Blade used leverage to blackmail city officials into passing legislation in Albion's favour. This should weaken Albion's hold on London.
Not to mention that no one will ever find out why you needed that topical cream.
My microphone's off. Guess it's not, whatever. We need some more people. Ah, shit. I gotta make this
to leave.
Yeah, it's alright. Most people don't have one. There's only 2 of it. Oh shit. There's only 2 of us. We probably don't need a mic for every single one of us. But yeah, this would be easier with 4 people. How do you like? I wish we could recruit more.
Transfer complete.
Ah, hell. There goes my spider bot.
Wait, what was that noise?
Get it off me!
What the hell?
Don't see anything here.
Investigating.
Asshole. Shoot back, man. Yeah, man. I don't know if we can. Ah.
Come on, out with you. Suspect hit.
Oh shit.
Not fucking today. Need some cover. Going to check their log. I'm going to have a look.
Transfer complete.
Only one way this ends.
There. Man. That's that sound. I just hear a gun shooting non-stop. It's gotta be a bug.
Transfer complete.
much.
I need a medic! Get an ambulance! Get! Medic!
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna throw my spider bot down to the last one. It's too far. Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't do that. Alright. Have to be right in front of the guard. Ah! Got it.
They went that way. Find them. Officer's been hit. Gunfire. Suspect is nearby. Go.
Come on.
Have a look.
This is gonna get a lot harder. I don't know if you've ever done this, but we gotta drive these 2 cars like across town. Maybe just drive them into the water. Might work. I think it's right at least.
I'll have a look.
Transfer complete. Albion's arrangement with Clan Kelly
Oh,
is now
no, we gotta
public,
free
and
this
I've located the
freaking guy.
vigilante. Wherever this chap is, Albion must want him locked up for good. Albion has put an electronic nerve
Alright, well,
agent
it's
released
right
his
here.
restraints. If you try to take it off or move him
Oh, you
before it's
wanna go over there?
disabled, the nerve agent
I'll
is
step in
released
here.
and poof, dead vigilante.
Fucking hell.
It resets quickly too, so if you want to free him, you have to hack the detonator control at the same time you undo the restraints.
Oh shit, I was gonna undo that for you.
Alarm location.
Shit. Ready? I'm gonna do it now. Maybe you're not ready, maybe you are.
Restraints removed. Well done.
Nice.
Now, let's get him out of here so that he may live to fail another day.
Ah! Invisible cards shot me. Damn. With only 2 people, I think I just screwed us. Yeah, we can't keep doing this. We're stuck, man. Good game.